Okay, next question is, what about startup and expansion challenges? Startup and expansion challenges, what should we be thinking about in and around the data center industry? So this is typically centered around getting into or penetrating into new markets. What's most important here is to focus on accelerating the race to product market fit and eventually to go to market fit. Product market fit is the degree to which you know exactly who your ideal clients are, the products and services they purchase from you, the price points that they purchase those products and services from, and frequency, like how often they buy or duration of an agreement or something like that. And by definition, once you're able to answer those 3 or 4 kinds of questions, you'll start to get clarity around your unit economics, what your monthly recurring revenue is, what your annual recurring revenue is, if you have a recurring revenue-based model, what your average customer value is, lifetime customer value, what your cost of acquisition is, your average sales cycle length. That gets you to product market fit. And that's an incredibly important milestone for startups to get to as they are moving to scale ups and growing beyond that. The next step beyond product market fit is go to market fit. This is where someone gives you a big capital infusion, either venture capital or debt or something like that, and they're giving you jet fuel and you're figuring out how to make sure that it doesn't break. So what gets you the efficiency of getting to go beyond founder-led sales in a startup to building a truly scalable sales, marketing, sales development, account management type of team so that the wheels don't fall off? That's getting to go to market fit. So those are typically your biggest startup and expansion challenges. The interesting way of approaching this that I think a lot of people aren't doing and making this a lot harder on themselves is using content and events as a way to accelerate your feedback loop. In other words, if you're only cold messaging potential customers to try to get them to demos or for you to come in and introduce yourself and tell them how wonderful you are, you're only living in the final 17% of the journey. If you want to be present in the first 83% of the buyer's journey, it's everything we talked about today. Showing up as a teacher, a consultant, a trusted advisor, a subject matter expert, because it's in those situations where someone loves what you're doing so much and they've gotten so much value from your content that they come to these meetings and they level with you and they say, hey, Bob, hey, Sally, what you're doing is awesome, but you're probably going to struggle to get traction because I'd love to sign up, but it's missing this one feature. And if you're able to close the gap on this one feature, I can assure you that not only we're signed up like yesterday, I have 3 or 4 friends in similar kinds of companies who also would be a really good match for that. And many times you're only getting that kind of incredibly valuable pivot information because you've shown up as the teacher, the trusted advisor, the subject matter expert, and the thought leader. So that's how I would address these startup and expansion challenges in terms of mechanisms, in terms of tactics and campaigns. Yeah, of course, it's blogs and videos, it's podcasts and webinars. It's really all of the above. But most of all, it's focused on adding as much value as you can to the right people in the right places at the right time, and most of all, for the right reasons.